All right, guys, we're talking Romanian deadlift, often referred to as the RDL, all right? Let's get to it. So you'll see I've got the barbell in the floor. You can put the barbell on the rack on like lower pins, that way it's easy to change the weight, and then unrack and walk back. And RDL is not going to be as heavy as a conventional deadlift, so you should be able to handle that weight doing so. This is obviously going to be pretty lightweight just because I'm demoing. So, all right, as we get the weight up, I don't know if you can see my knees. I'm going to turn just a hair. So if you can see my knees, they are locked out right now. What I'm going to do is slightly bend those knees. Now once they're in that position, they're going to stay there, right? So as I descend, I'm going to keep the back engaged and flat, the core is tight. I'm going to go down until I feel a pretty good hamstring stretch, and then I'm going to focus on what I'm using, and I'm going to use my hamstrings and my glutes and bring that bar back to me. Imagine bending the bar across your hips, right? So feel that hamstring stretch, and then up to the hips, bar across the hips. Common mistakes is people lower, they try to turn it into a conventional deadlift. They drop down with the bar and then they stand all the way up. We might as well just do deadlifts if that's the case. What we're targeting here is a hamstring stretch. Depending on your mobility, you're not going to be able to go down as far as others, or you're going to be able to go down further than other people. So for example, right, I can get down to about here before I feel a hamstring stretch. My hamstrings are not very tight. So some people may only make it to just above the knee and maintaining that back position. What you'll often see is people try to compensate or go lower because they see the person next to them doing so, and so they'll drop, they'll get to the knee part, or maybe the knee for example, and that's as far as they should go, but then instead of the hamstrings or the hips moving, this happens. And they round the back to try to reach the floor with the weight, and you're just defeating the purpose at that point. You're putting yourself at more risk than you should be. So perform the RDL correctly, fire those hamstrings and glutes, load the weight up and do it right? Go heavy on this thing. It's okay to be strong.